In fact, it was as a result of this argument that led to the comment of the Lamido of Adamawa, where he kind of vented his frustration. And you know, before now, you had people who had suggested, they had banded in some quarters that certain delegates may stage a walkout. But then, remembering that no go area in this conference, so all these kind of issues are popping up. Maybe we'll listen to the comments of the Lamido when we can, but let's get your response first.
Well, like I said, you have 492 people in one room, and you're trying to get them to agree on issues that affect the country that would basically involve giving and taking. There will be issues like this. It will come up. Some people will agree, some people will disagree. But I think with time, they will gradually begin to build confidence, win the trust of each other, and then some of these issues will be resolved. Okay, and I think that's why this 50-man committee was set up, to basically, go around and talk to the different delegates and get them to understand that, the idea is not for us to. It's not a winner take all, or one group is trying to outdo the other.
But
they are trying to arrive at a decision.
But don't you think we would have been able to forge ahead if we had gone according to the laid down rules of the game? For instance, the talk about no-go area to discuss the indivisibility of the country, which we saw the Lamido brought to the floor yesterday.
But you see, while I honestly have my issues with what the Lamido said, but again, you see, when you begin to deviate from the modalities that you were given, these kind of things will start coming up. The modalities, the president gave them modalities, and he said, see, arrive at your decisions by consensus. When you don't arrive at a consensus, 75% should be the number. Now, members of the conference are thinking, 75% is not good. Let's take it to two-thirds. That's deviating from the modalities. You understand? So you've already laid down that precedent. So it's possible that somebody too will get up tomorrow and say, I do not think that the composition of the conference is fair. I think it should be reshuffled. So we're going to keep going on and on and on and on. So I think if I were to advise them, I would simply say they should go back to the president who gave them the original modalities and see if they would agree that they make adjustments to it.
Here's that comment now from the Lamido of Adamawa.
If something happens and the country disintegrates, God forbid, many of those who are shouting their heads off will have nowhere to go. But, Mr. Chairman, I and the people of Adamawa and many others have got somewhere to go. I am the Lamido of Adamawa, and my kingdom transcends Nigeria and Cameroon. The larger part of my kingdom is in the Republic of Cameroon. A part of that kingdom in Cameroon is called Adamawa State presently in Cameroon. So you see, if I run to that place, I will easily assimilate. But, Mr. Chairman, please, I want to plead to us. Mr. Chairman, I want to plead to us to strictly tread the path laid down by Mr. President in his address, which includes pattern of voting. Unless we want to disobey our president, then you can do whatever you want. And if you are pushed to the wall, we will easily walk out of this conference.
Well, the way I read it, I see it more like an elite problem that we have in Nigeria. You know, most times the people who are making decisions for us do not really have a stake or do not think they have a stake in what's happening in the country. You know, so I'm sure if you do an inventory of most of people who have in public offices, some of them have dual citizenship or they have houses in all sorts of places. So they really don't feel like they have any stake here. Most times they feel they have a backup plan as to where they can run to, but eventually the system collapses.
So they use us as what, cannon fodder? Is that what you said?
That's what it's looking like. You know, so, and I think for me, I'm a bit disappointed that a traditional ruler would take this kind of position. I would have expected that he would be a bit more circumspect in some of the things he said. But
wasn't he just trying to state the reality and rather than bottle it up and execute those
Yes,
actions?
but again, you have to be very careful when you say these things because, like I said, the people there have different orientations. They come with different backgrounds and also when people start saying we're going to break away, we're going to walk away, you know, just imagine if somebody from maybe another traditional ruler from the southeast or south or someone gets up and says, okay, we too, we have a place in, say, Cameroon or Benin Republic where we can go to. So you can imagine the kind of confusion it will create. So I think the focus should be around building consensus, which is what I think what the idea the president had in mind. How do we build consensus around some of the controversial issues that are basically holding the country back?
Okay. All right, Collins, thank you very much indeed. Collins Okeke is the Constitutional Law Analyst. We've been looking at issues concerning the ongoing national conference. Thank you for coming on this morning. Well,